Hi my babes and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all really good. Now today's tutorial is a get ready with me and I'm featuring the new Naked Cherry palette from Urban Decay. Ta-da! So many of you have been asking me like how best to use all of these shades, how to utilise all of them, how to use this for like an everyday or an evening makeup and which shades suit which eye colour. I'm going to give you the full lowdown in this tutorial. If you'd like to see how I did this look today then please stay tuned. So I'm going to start off by using the PIXI Glow Tonic Exfoliating Toner. This is amazing at keeping the skin like super exfoliated but gently. It's got glycolic acid, so I use this maybe every second day. I'm sure it's fine for those of you that skin isn't as sensitive as mine to use like every single day, but it takes off that very top layer of like old skin cells and just give the skin like a once over with this before any makeup. Just using the KOHL Ultra Facial Cream as my moisturiser today. For those of you fellow makeup artists out there that just want an all-round makeup like base moisturiser, then this is such a good choice because it suits every skin type. It's not over greasy. It looks great in photos. There's no like flashback with it or anything like that. For those of you that have drier skin types like me, what I like about this is it lets out bursts of moisture throughout the day. So my skin never feels tight, which is fabulous. And then I'm going to use a little bit of the NYX HYDRATOUCH, so even more moisture. And this is, I think this is about £6, which is an amazing price point. So good, and it gives the skin a really lovely, flawless canvas to work on before you put your foundation on. So for my foundation today, I'm actually going to use the CC cream from IT Cosmetics. Now I use shade medium, and honestly, one of the most questions asked I get on Instagram is which shade should I go for and how can I buy the IT Cosmetics products. Just popped on like 2 pumps onto my hand, that's all I ever need really. And then the IT Cosmetics little brush, it's got 2 ends on it, so it's super handy. And yeah, I always get asked so many questions about this product because I think it's all over social media, everyone loves it. Once you try it, you'll know what I mean, like it's just an all-round amazing product. Whenever I wear this, honestly, people always comment on my skin, they ask what I'm wearing. And always, it's the CC cream. I use shade medium. And I always get asked what shade that you should go for. Now, I go for a shade that's a little bit darker than my skin tone. So as we go into winter, I'll probably use medium and light together. I'm going to leave the link below to the IT Cosmetics website so you can have a look yourselves. And for those of you that are in the UK, you can actually buy IT Cosmetics in Boots, select Boots around the UK. So when it comes to foundation and concealing, I like to personally, as a makeup artist, use a foundation which would suit the skin of your client or yourself. Like let's say the perfect version of you, what would you love your skin to look like? Would you like it to be dewy? Would you like it to be matte? Would you like it to be dewy in certain areas? So whatever you're looking for, if the skin has slight imperfections or there's a bit of redness there, still use the same foundation that you'd love to use and then use your concealer just to touch up any of those areas or around the under eyes to give it that bit of extra help, like a bit of extra coverage. For the past few months I've been using the BAREPRO Bare Minerals concealer. It's such an amazing little concealer in my makeup bag. I keep these in my kit as well. I think they're really old school. It's like the classic texture. It stays on the skin, it's hydrating, it's wax based, so it's not going to kind of sit and look sort of like cracky on the skin. I use it around my chin area, always around the nose because I get a really red nose. I use some on my eyelids and then I'll do under the eyes when I finish the makeup. I'm going to use a 287 brush from MAC. It's got like a little fluffy end on it so you can really buff this into the skin. So for my eyebrows today, I'm going to use a little bit of FLING eyebrow pencil from MAC and then GIMME from Benefit. I like the combination of the two. Now depending on how your eyebrows look or the shape of them, you might want to make them just a bit more groomed, which this is amazing for. If you want your brows to look a bit darker and the hairs to look darker, these little mascaras are so good because they keep the brows all in place and they help to take your brows to like a different shade if you want to go a little bit darker. And FLING eyebrow pencil I've used for years. For those of you blondes out there, ashy blondes, or for those of you that haven't got like a lot of brow and you want to just create that natural look, then FLING is the one. So because my eyebrows were a little bit sparse on the inner parts, I like to use the GIMME mainly on that bit really, and just to get the hairs really standing up on end. This is great for those of you that want a bit of a fuller brow, but you want it to look like natural real hairs. because this literally grabs every single one of your eyebrow hairs and tints it. Right, so moving on to eyes now. I'm so excited. I'm going to show you guys the palette, which is the Naked Cherry. It's absolutely gorgeous, but I can't find it. It's not in the box. Oh, no, where are you? I'm moving on to eyes now, and I'm so looking forward to this because not only have you guys been requesting this for a long time, I am so excited to actually get my hands on this and also talk you through some of the shade variations that you can wear this, because this is very different to anything I've seen before. The shade selection is like no other. Let me just pop this out. Look at that. What is fabulous about this palette is there's peaches, pinks, you've got a bit of brown in there, you've got like lighter colours there to like highlight under the eyebrow, and then you've got maybe 4 signature really burgundy shades. It's actually a really wearable palette because it's only these 3 here which have that really kind of pinky undertone. These here are all really wearable for like every day, and then you can mix a combination of these and these together for your glam evening look, which is what I'm going to do. And also I'm going to talk to you guys about which ones would suit your eye colour. So I've got green eyes, and to be fair, all of these shades, anything that's kind of red undertone or peach undertone is amazing for green eyes. I'm going to focus on these 2 here with a selection of these gorgeous peachy tones here. If you've got blue eyes, peach undertone things like oranges, they really, really suit blue eyes. They really make the eyeshadow pop. So I would start off with Bang Bang, which is this one here, all over the lid. And then I would add Juicy, like into the socket line, and then start to work these on the outer corners. Under the eye, I would focus on the Juicy shade again, just to make your eyes super, super like wrapped in peach, and the blue will just go amazing. For those of you that have auburn eyes and auburn hair, everything suits you. Everything makes your eyes pop. So if it's for you, I would say go for these shades and really work those kind of dark, plummy, gorgeous burgundies and make those eyes really stand out. So I'm going to start by using one of the MAC paint pots in Groundwork. Again, another product that I use like religiously. I use this all the time in my kit. It's an everyday staple, and it's something that I've always used. So the paint pots are designed to keep your eyeshadow on for longer, but they also make your eyeshadows really, really super blendable. So it makes life so much easier, especially when you're using shades like this, which are highly pigmented. I'm going to start off with this shade here, which is called Juicy. I'm going to pop that all over the eyelid. This is going to be my base. Juicy is like a matte peach shade, but already I can see my eye colour just pop in. So I would just wear that on its own with mascara in the daytime. That's a really nice like all-rounder. You've got 12 shades in this palette, but you don't have to use all of them at once. You could just use a couple. I'm now going to go in with shade Ambitious, which is this one just here. Using this one on the outer corners. Put some definition into the eyes now, and I'm going to use shade Devilish, which is this one just here. And this is going to give it a bit more intensity. Using my soft smudge brush from My Kitco. I'm just going to use this on the outer corners, and this is going to give it a bit more like impact and drama. So just pressing that onto the outer part of the eye and then into the socket, and I'll just use my same brush again just to blend that through so there's no hard lines. There's absolutely no fallout under the eye with these eyeshadows. They are so silky as well to blend. So that's with a little bit of the burgundy shade, Devilish. I'm going to go under the eye with a little bit of Devilish, which is that burgundy shade, this one here. Same little smudgy brush, and I'm just going to put it along the bottom lash line. The burgundy tones are so flattering around the eye. Honestly, this palette is just sexy. That's all it is. It's just gorgeous, it's wearable, but my eyes are so green with it. Like, they really stand out. Like, I guarantee you with blue eyes, auburn eyes, like hazel eyes, the lot, this palette is going to make your eyes just go pop. So that's 4 shades so far, and it's, again, it's not too over the top, it's just Super, super easy, and they're so easy to blend. I'm not taking the colours too high up. I'm leaving a little bit of a gap under the eyebrow for now. And at the end, I might add a bit of concealer under there just to give myself a little lift. The next shade I'm going in with is Bing. And Bing is like a really matte magenta. It's such a gorgeous, fun shade. I'm going to pop a little bit of this on the outer corners as well. And this is going to really intensify those burgundy shades. Do you know what? I'd actually wear Bing all over the eyelid with a bit of black eyeliner on its own. Bing is gorgeous. It's actually really hard to find a shade that's matte and like a magenta-y. Okay, I can add a bit more. I'm going to go for Privacy, which is the very last shade, which is the dark, dark kind of reddy brown, which is this one here. Just to give, again, a little bit more drama. Okay, so I've got a lot of mattes going on at the moment. I'm going to put a little bit more of a sheen on the middle of the eyelid. I'm going to use a shade which is called Bang Bang, which is the third one in. I'm going to highlight the centre of the eyelids with that shade. It's so nice. I've just used a little bit of Teddy pencil inside the waterline. I also like to use a little bit of this inside the very inner part of the eye. So the V that you see, where the pip of the eye is, in there. I'm going to add a bit more Bing. It's definitely my favourite shade. It's so intense, I love it. So let's move to mascara now. I'm going to use the CLIMAX mascara from NARS. This is a new one. It's such a volumizing mascara, like my lashes take off with it. Like I like quite a big brush, my mascara. I like to be able to coat as many lashes in one go, rather than having a small little narrow brush. So as soon as I tried this, I fell in love with it. And you know me guys, I love mascara. So when I discover a new one, that's it. I mean, my lashes are like, it really fans them out. This gives you like a really feathery groomed lash. I do think mascara is such a personal thing. Like once you find your gem, then you kind of always tend to stick to it. But there are so many out there that are just as good, maybe a bit cheaper, or just sometimes it's nice just for a change, just to like see what's going on. I'm going to pop just a little bit underneath as well. Not too much. Some of the face you pull. So just going to conceal around the under eye area. There's been no fallout from those eyeshadows at all. I didn't even need to clean the area, which is so good, especially with those kind of like bright shades. I'm going to use a bit of concealer just under the eyebrow, just to give that really natural lift. I personally prefer doing it that way rather than using like a sparkly eyeshadow or a shimmery eyeshadow. I think that way it just looks a bit more real, like your eyebrows just have that natural arch. For my highlights today, I'm going to use the YSL Glow Drops. The Glow Shot Drops, they're actually called. This is such a nice product for creating like really natural highlights in the skin. This is like a pearlescent shade. Loads of pink going through it, which I think would be really complementary with the eyes. I'm just going to use my fingertips to pop it on the Cupid's bow, the nose panel, and then across the cheekbones. And then what I'll do is I'll get my brush and just buff all of that in there. I love using fingertips and brushes together because you can create really authentic textures on the skin. So I want this to look like my skin is just naturally really radiant on the higher planes. So use your fingers to really push it in, and then you can almost use this just to, any hard lines will be blended away nicely. Just to bronze the skin up a little bit, I'm going to use the Givenchy Healthy Glow Powder, this lovely brush from NYX. I'm just going to contour the face ever so like naturally. Pop a little bit down my neck. The Healthy Glow Powder is just like a saviour product. It gives the skin the appearance of like having maybe 3 hours more sleep. It looks like you just got back from holiday, but not in like an over-tanned way. It just gives the appearance of like really healthy skin without looking like bronzed or like that you've used a bronzer. It's just like a sun-kissed wash for the skin. For my blush, I'm going to use the BAREMINERALS Get Nude. This shade is called Pretty in Pink. Just going to use the same brush. I'm going to put a little bit on the apples of the cheeks. That's really natural looking. That's all I want, just something really kind of like natural on the apples. So I'm going to use the Pillow Talk Lip Cheat from Charlotte Tilbury. For those of you that want to enhance your lip shape, make it a little bit fuller, more voluptuous, this is the key. If you use your lip pencil all over your lip, then use your nude lipsticks on top. They wear off together and they last so much longer. I even just love this on its own. This is shade 500 from Armani. I'm just going to pop this on top of the lip cheat. So nice. Really complementary with this eye as well. The texture is so gorgeous. It's not drying at all, but I know it's going to last me all night. Okay, and so I'm going to brush my eyebrows up. One last final zhuzh, little Grwm. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that the tips that I've shared with you about the palette has been really helpful as well. It's such a gorgeous palette and it's so easy to wear. This is not a sponsored video, I just love it. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedback, guys, on what you think of this look, and any questions that you have, please send them below. I'm going to list all the products for you. Have an amazing day and I'll catch up with you soon. Subscribe if you haven't already and give me a lovely thumbs up. See you soon, guys. Bye.